Ladies and gentlemen, greetings from Somerville. I'm going to back off the mic because I'm always shouting. This is your host, Michael Somerville. Exciting day. I have a man in the studio who is in much better shape than I am, and I already feel fat. Brelyn McCauley is here. Personal trainer, Brelyn McCauley. Say hello to everyone.
Hello, everyone.
Now, this is exciting because, Brelyn, you've seen some of my jokes, and I'm always doing jokes about my weight and my exercise routine. And
Your routine.
Is that the wrong word, my routine? Actually, I was going to get to that, but why don't we start there? Brelyn is the personal trainer in the gym that I've been working out in for the last 4 weeks. I started a program 4 weeks ago, and Brelyn, why don't you, to kick it off, why don't you tell the people what you witnessed without even knowing or meeting me? Go ahead, tell them what you saw.
So, first of all, I wouldn't tell the people that you started a workout routine.
It's not a routine, huh?
It's a routine, but I wouldn't say it's a workout routine. It's more of just like a sequence of events. Right? So,
not many events.
Not many at all. So I remember the first time I seen you, I was sitting in the gym and you walked in and I was like, who is this guy? I've never seen him before. And then went to the pull-up bar and just hang on the pull-up bar for about, probably about 10 seconds.
Yeah, about 8 or 10 seconds I hang from the pull-up bar. No pull-ups. Just
no pull-ups. No pull-ups.
Just hanging from the bar.
Hanging there. I was like, okay, maybe this guy maybe has some problems. Just came in to stretch it out a little bit.
Definitely had some problems. Definitely.
And so that was the first sequence of events. And then the second one, you came over to step on a scale, which was where I was.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, maybe he wants to see if he lost some pounds as he stretched out. Okay, perfect. And then he stepped on the scale, and then that's when you introduced yourself.
And that was it. That was the end of the workout.
Yeah, it was for that day.
10 seconds from the hanging from the bar.
For that day.
Now, I understand if you are a certain height, you could weigh a certain amount. So I hang from the bar hoping I'll get taller so my current weight is more acceptable because I'll be an inch taller after hanging from the bar. Is that not a good technique?
It's not a good, no. I wouldn't take that route. I wouldn't take that route.
Brelyn and I have quickly become friends since that day, just 3 weeks ago, not even, a little more than 3 weeks ago. And we are, talk about, the odd couple, slightly different appearances.
But before we go on, I just want to say that was the first time that I seen you come in, and then I didn't notice it was a routine, and until I seen you come in the second time, which was a couple days later.
I had a couple days of rest. I had to rest.
You had to rest. Don't want you to stretch out too much. But
and I came in and did it again.
Came in and did the same thing. He jumped on the pull-up bar. Went to the scale and then left. I was like, all right, this guy must have his time limit in the gym. Right.
17 seconds.
If that.
Now, what did I add the second week?
Okay, the second week you did add a little cardio.
Yeah.
I say a little cardio.
1 minute on the bicycle.
1 minute.
At level 2 resistance.
But you have progressed from 1 minute.
I've been adding a minute every time. I'm up to 6 minutes. And every time I come up there, which is every few days to give myself some rest, I'm up to 6 minutes. I will not get an overuse injury. Let us back up. And I appreciate you coming into our beautiful studio here.
Thank you for
taking time. I know it's 8 p.m. our time here, so you must be ready for bed because you get up at like what 4:30.
4:30, yeah.
4:30 in the morning
4:30,
to teach classes.
Yep, have 6:30 class. Wake up at 4:30. Go to the gym, make sure everything's good, and then go eat breakfast, and then be ready for my 6:30 class.
Ready for your class. Let's start from the beginning. How did you start? How did you get into physical fitness? Were you always in shape? Were you a fat kid? Were you? How did it all begin for Brelyn?
So it all began. I started playing recreational sports when I was 4 years old.
All right.
And playing the recreational sports through the years, I always said if I don't make it to a professional level, then I want to become a doctor. That's what I want to do. I just want to become a doctor.
Okay.
And so as I got older, I found out that I really like strengthening and conditioning. And so I kind of just shifted over to, the preventative side.
What were your sports? What were your favorite sports that you were playing first?
So I played basketball since I was 4 years old.
All right.
I think every kid played t-ball.
Sure.
Yeah, so I played a little t-ball.
All right.
I don't know if we can count that, but
absolutely,
that's on the list.
It's not a professional sport, but
not quite, not quite.
Okay.
But if it was, then I would think I would make it.
All right. But since there was no professional t-ball league, you decided to become a trainer.
Right.
Okay.
Right, yeah.
All right. And how does that work? Is there a special school you go to? Is there a special?
So I got my personal training certification through National Academy of Sports Medicine.
Okay.
And along with that, I got a lot of specializations as well, so I can put more special focus onto certain things like weight loss and women's fitness and things of that such.
Okay.
And also nutrition. As you can see, and as you can hear in my voice, I'm a male.
Yeah, yes, you are. Yes.
So having a women's fitness specialization gives me a little better understanding. Being raised in a house full of females, that is kind
you're
of
in touch with that side
for sure. So to get a little deeper into it and into the fitness field,
absolutely,
I wanted that specialization to help out women.
But I bet that's important. It's like so a woman coming to you, knowing that you have that training, you kind of have, and you do. I've known you only a couple of weeks, but you have that side to you that's just very kind of approachable and empathetic, and like, there's a niceness about you. And I don't want someone screaming at me and bench press 500 pounds. I got you've seen my quote routine, so you know that I want to ease into it. I want to like someone to
You're easing a little too slow. I would say we can speed it up.
You think so?
Bit,
by the time I'm 90, I am going to be chiseled. I can feel it.
By the time you're 90, you may be able to touch your toes.
I'm shooting for the kneecaps.
At the rate you're going.
What's the number one thing that people come to you for? Is it weight loss? Is it when people come in? What do they want?
The number one thing people come to me for is to lose their stomach.
Lose the belly, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I imagine so, huh?
And so that's why I get a lot of people ask me questions about that, and coming to my abs classes.
The abs. Everyone thinks they're going to do abs and it's going to go away, right?
Yes.
They got to cut out the beers.
There's a lot. They have to. I don't say cut out a lot.
Right.
I say everything is good in moderation.
Yeah.
Well, not everything. Some things aren't good.
Yes.
But a lot of things.
Sticks of butter are not good in moderation.
Exactly. And a lot of people, they eat more sweets than they do food.
Absolutely.
And the processed carbs. Carbs honestly get a bad rep.
Yeah.
Because like spinach, leafy greens are carbs.
They have
Fruit are carbs.
Right.
But
it's good for you.
Exactly. But the carbs that get put out in Front Street are the man-made carbs, the processed carbs, like the breads,
the crap. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why the carbs get a bad rep. But honestly, I say if you stick to the more natural carbs and the more natural anything, like salt gets a bad rep too.
Right.
Sodium. Table salt is very processed.
Yeah.
All right. So we stick to more natural salt, like sea salt, Himalayan pink salt.
Yeah.
Those actually have good minerals in them.
Okay.
That can actually help us.
Okay.
Of course, too much of that isn't so good either.
Right.
But people that do like sodium,
right, that's a good way to do it.
Yeah.
But and that's as a general rule, isn't that kind of like I've always heard if it was here, like if God put it here, if it's on the earth, like it's probably pretty good for you. Plants, broccoli, all this natural stuff that grows, eat it. If it was made in a factory somewhere, probably not good for you. Is that a fairly good rule?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
because if we look back to our ancestors and back to even the caveman days,
right?
Like our ancestors, they lived to be longer. They lived to be older than the average age now.
Is that right?
Yes.
Wow.
Because there's like natural things that cures us.
Yeah.
There are natural things out there.
It's all out there. Exactly. But now we're making all this stuff. We're manufacturing Doritos and not to mention, the cell phones and the signals and all the things, the smoke and the pollution and all the stuff we've created in this society. It's probably all hurting our bodies. Well, on that note, you told me a great story about you eating sugar. 2 bites into sugar. Brelyn is such a clean machine, such an absolute specimen that he had, what, couple bites of sugar? No,
Yeah,
you said you were getting a headache, weren't you?
Yes. So, yes. So if I eat a couple bites of, like, even candy,
yeah,
I just get a headache. Like, my body doesn't even want it.
You can't even, yeah.
And honestly, it's like that with salt, too. Like, if I eat something that's too salty, then, like, my body's just like,
you can't handle it. Yeah. It's this foreign object to you because you eat very, very clean, and to the point where everyone observes. One of the downsides of being the trainer is everyone who knows you're a trainer, every time you're eating something, you sit down with a plate anywhere and people are looking at you. Is that what people do? Look by and look at your plate and comment?
And, the funny thing about it is people always look at my plate, right? Just because, like, okay, yeah, that's the personal trainer. What is he eating?
Yeah, what's he eating?
When I am eating something healthy,
right?
They don't even say anything. But if they see something that they don't think is as healthy, they're like, oh, what are you eating over here?
I love it. All of a sudden, they're the experts.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, all week you've been seeing me eat spinach salads and things.
Right.
But now that, I may have a little macaroni and cheese or something, like, what do we have here?
Yeah, look at you. Look at you. Meanwhile, they're like rumbling over to the buffet, just loading up plates full of whatever.
Yeah, exactly. And I see people walk in, and, people that do look over.
Yeah.
And when they come out, and like they do say something, they come out, with an ice cream cone or a bowl of ice cream, like, okay, Mr. Critic.
Yeah,
Miss Critic.
Exactly, Mr. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, what is going on here?
Now, what is your splurge, though? What, do you have a certain, one or two things that are your weakness? I'm going to have a little cheat tonight.
So, all right, I do love banana pudding.
Banana pudding, okay.
I do love me some banana pudding.
All righty. Sure. How often do you get to treat yourself?
So that's not often.
Okay.
Because my mom, she makes the best banana pudding.
Nice.
I'm not home to have that much.
Which I think in a way is a good thing. You're like, okay, because you wouldn't be the same if you found it somewhere else. You're like, it's not even worth it.
Exactly.
You want to be home for mom's, right?
Yeah. Because it's not the same.
Right, exactly. Nah, it's like having a crappy candy bar. Like, I want the real thing.
The real thing.
Yeah.
So banana pudding is probably my weakness.
Okay, all right.
That's my kryptonite.
That's how your mom found it, because you travel a lot like me. That's how your mom gets you home. She starts stirring it up.
Send me a picture, send a video. Have my 5-year-old nephew record it.
Now you gotta get home.
You see what's going on here? Yeah. But so, with that being said, a woman that I would marry, she would have to make some great banana pudding.
Oh, is that right? Okay, that's the standard right now?
That is one of the standards.
Well, that's an interesting question. Would a woman you marry have to be, I would guess, pretty much into physical fitness, right? I mean, just in terms of having things in common.
For sure.
Yeah.
At least aspirations of it.
Yeah.
Because as a personal trainer, my job is to help people get fit.
Right.
So if I meet a great woman and, she's not in shape, but she wants to, and she wants the guidance and wants the help for it.
Right.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, and it's such a part of your life. I mean, it's not just a job. It's how you live. It's the time you go to bed. It's how you eat. It is a big part of your life.
For sure.
It would be tough to be with someone who just was eating pizzas and sitting in bars till 3 a.m.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And so we couldn't get married, in other words.
That's one of the reasons we couldn't get married. There are other things, but
fair enough.
But if I was to go out to a bar, then you would be a guy I would want to go out with.
Oh, well, thank you very much. Yeah, there we go. That's all I was looking for. A little approval.
Yeah. See, I'm like a Sour Patch Kid. I would hurt you a little bit, and then I would lighten it up, give you something sweet.
I've never heard that analogy in my life. You're like a Sour Patch Kid.
You can use that one.
I think I'm going to figure that.
You can use that.
I might want it just for me. I'm not sure.
If you say it on one of your shows, other people might steal it.
They might take it from me. Well, what is the number one? What's the most annoying thing clients do? What is your pet peeve?
Maybe one of the most one of the most annoying things is, I wouldn't say annoying, but it's more funny. When they always say, well, I get people tell me a lot that personal trainers are the worst counts.
The worst counts?
Yeah, we can't count.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it's like on rep count.
Right.
If I say, all right, do 20,
Right.
they can be on like 18, and I'm like, all right, 10 more.
So you know how to count. You're just getting them.
Exactly. I give them, see, the thing is, I give them a goal to go to.
Right.
All right, go to 20.
Go to 20.
And then as they go, if you knock out 18 fairly easy, I'm like, okay, knock out 10 more.
Okay. Oh, because they're doing okay. I was going to say, what's the motivation behind that? Because I would stop trusting you. I'm paying this guy and he's lying to me. He said 20.
See, the thing is, I always tell him, like, all right, look, I have faith in you that you can do 10 more.
All right.
So I want to, the reason you came to me is to get results.
Right.
And to pull more out of you than you would on your own.
Right.
So if I say do 20 and you only do 20, that's how you would do by yourself.
Right.
Say, all right, I'm going to do 20, I do 20.
Right, we're done.
Yeah.
Right.
But my job is to push you to further limits.
Got you, okay.
So if you do 20, I say, all right, do 10 more. That 20 was easy.
Right. So the key is, if I ever train with you, to look like I'm struggling, even if I'm not.
All right, you're trying to figure out some cheat codes here.
That's all I do is look for the shortcut. For some reason, I'm paying you to cheat myself.
But like I said, people come to me for results.
Yes.
And people come to me, they get results.
Yeah, I just want material. That's all. I would come to you for jokes. The other day, you came out and tried to make me do the ab class. Yeah. I was panicked. I was like, well, how long is it? I thought it might have been 90-second long class. It was a 90-second class. You're like, it's a half hour.
Because you have your limits.
Yes, yeah, exactly. You know how quick my work gets.
90 seconds is
I'm in, I'm out, you know. It's my version of P90X, but it's just a little...
More like P90 seconds.
Exactly. And then rest.
Yeah.
Now, you always hear it's 70% diet, it's 80% diet. You always hear that number. It's like, diet is so important. You can work out all you want. And I can say, I have friends who will like go to the gym and not even do cardio, but just like lift. And, they almost look like they look weird almost because they do have muscles, but they also don't eat that well. And they also don't really do cardio. And how big is diet? I mean, how, in your opinion?
All right, first of all, I dislike the word diet.
Okay.
Because diets have a beginning and diets have an end.
Okay, that's a great point, yeah.
And that's why people go on these yo-yo phases.
Exactly.
They go on a diet.
I'm famous for that, yes.
They go on a diet, they lose some weight.
Yeah.
Then get off the diet and gain the weight right back.
Right.
And they just keep going on and off, and the weight just keeps fluctuating.
Absolutely.
So I much prefer the word nutrition because you're getting the proper nutrients in, and it's more of a constant way of eating.
Okay.
So you're not eating for a certain amount of time and then going right back to the junk. Yeah. I
love that though. I mean, and I'm just now at this age in my life grasping that because I'm I used to do exactly cut out this, do that, or my friends doing the all no carbs, all meat. You can eat bacon and eggs and cheese and everything, but zero carbs, and you do actually lose some weight. But then the moment you eat a piece of bread, you blow up like a parade float. Yep. And like you say, it's not sustainable. You can't live like that.
Exactly. And a lot of these diets, they have you on less calories than you're used to taking in.
Okay.
And when you're taking in less calories, even less calories than your body needs, your body thinks you're starving. So your body starts to eat itself. So it starts to get the energy and the calories from your muscles. Oh. So the weight you lose, you're losing some fat weight, but you're also losing muscle weight as well.
Muscle, yeah.
Because your body thinks you're starving, so it gets it.
Right,
it's gonna get it somehow.
It's getting what it needs. Yeah. So right, so it starts to come. Yeah,
and then when you go off the diet, you're getting all these calories back, and so your body gets confused. Like, okay, wait. We weren't taking in this many calories a week ago. Right. Now we having all these calories. I need to do something with it. So it started to get stored.
stores it as fat. Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, you're right. You're totally confusing your body and mixing it. And also, you also hear those stories about, like, the Hollywood stars who lost, 50, 60 pounds in, like, crazy month, 2 month, whatever, to do a role. They serious problems. They start to have, like, organ problems and stuff. You can really hurt your body by these crazy crash diets and, like you say, just confusing it, messing it with not enough calories or, not the right nutrients.
Right.
And that's what seems important. I've been doing this thing now that I was telling you the other day. I got a little app and, counting the calories because I've heard forever, write down what you eat, keep a food log. And I always laugh and say, I know what I eat. Boy, it is stunning when you actually start writing down what you eat every day, how much you don't realize that you just throw into your mouth. Like a garbage disposal, just throwing things in, samples, taking a bite. I thought I had a couple meals a day. No, it's nonstop. Chips here, a drink here, this and that. It's stunning. It's stunning.
And when I got out of the Marine Corps and got my personal training certification again, a lot of people were asking me about nutrition, like what can they do to eat better.
Yeah.
I say, okay, for starters, for 1 week, what I want you to do is write down everything you put in your mouth.
Is that right? Okay.
Yeah. And guess how many people did that and actually brought it to me?
I bet not many, right?
Zero. Because nobody wanted to do it or even could do it. They're too ashamed to do it.
Yeah. Well, for me, I'm telling you, it's got to be a year or two. I've been hearing about it. You should do it. And I go, it's stupid. What am I, in the 8th grade? I'm sitting there writing a report about what I ate, But, yeah, so it took me 2 years to start doing it.
Yeah.
And once you do, did anyone eventually start doing it? No?
No. No. Well, and that's honestly... Especially the people that just wanted the advice because they knew me.
Yeah.
They didn't want to, pay for my services.
Right, exactly.
I just wanted to see how serious they were about it, how serious they wanted to know what the right things to eat.
Right.
All right. So if you want me to tell you for free.
Right. It's give it to me for free.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to have you do a little work and write down everything that you take into your body. And then with that, I can evaluate it.
Right.
And I can tell you what to do.
See where you are, what we got going on here. Yeah.
Exactly.
Which is a great thing because it's probably the right step. All right, let's see where you are. Mm-hmm. And B, forces them, as you say, to do a little work and say, how serious are you? Because people do. They want that magic bullet, the quick answer, that quick fix. How do I do this? Yeah.
And anything that happens quickly can't get reversed.
It doesn't get reversed. Exactly.
And they're just like diets. These like 10-day diets where you lose all this weight.
Yeah.
In 10 days, or less than 5 days, you can gain all that weight back.
Absolutely. Exactly. You can gain it right back the moment you sit. Exactly.
And a lot of, some of these diets, they allow you to lose water weight.
Right. You lose a bunch of water. Of course, it's going to look nice on the scale. And
for sure. Yeah. And our muscles are filled with water.
Yeah.
So that's why our body is filled with water.
Yeah.
That's why we need a lot of water.
You have to drink a lot of water.
And that's why we lose a lot of weight when we go on these diets that just flush a lot of water out.
Exactly. Yeah, you're just dropping the water, but that's not going to... But you don't even drink more than coffee, though, do you?
Coffee? I don't drink coffee.
Man. Have you ever had coffee?
So, I have tried coffee.
All right.
I tried coffee a few years ago, and I didn't like it, and I didn't see the hype.
It's no banana pudding.
It's no banana pudding at all. It is no banana pudding. I wasn't a fan, so I didn't like it. That's why I don't. I didn't know what to do at Starbucks.
Right. Yeah.
I was confused.
Brelyn came into the Starbucks I was in yesterday, 2 days ago, and it was priceless to watch. He didn't understand the sizes, the grande, the venti. He thought that
I didn't know what they were saying to me. I'm like, what? I'm like, sir, I just asked you for a green tea. Like, what are you saying to me now?
What are you telling me? What are you talking to me in Italian for?
I'm like. And then he said, it's the sizes, sir. I'm like, all right, show me what they are. just show me. I don't know what you're telling me right now. Just show me. And then eventually I just said, yeah, that one. I just want
Take me that. Give me that one.
That size.
Well, for our people listening, because I know everyone in the world is always worried about, their shape, their size, are they in shape, are they skinny? And even friends I have who are in wonderful shape, they're still always, looking in the mirror and think, oh, I need to, I don't like this or I have to adjust. So I think you have a lot of people listening right now who probably at all different phases of their conditioning in life. what tip, one or two tips would you give people in general that's a great approach to, like you say, health, fitness, nutrition? If you could have anyone, one thing to tell people, what would you say to them?
The one thing I would say is to have a why.
A why?
Why?
Okay.
Why are you doing this? Why do you want to lose weight? Why do you want a healthy body? Why? Why do you want it?
That's
because you must have a why.
Okay.
Whether it's just for longevity, to live longer,
yeah,
to play with your kids, the functionality to get out and play with your kids,
sure,
to feel good, to play with your grandkids or to see your grandkids' graduation,
yeah,
just to live longer,
yeah,
whatever it may be. Why do you want to lose that weight? Why do you want to feel better?
Okay.
And why do you want to look the way you look?
Yeah.
Because that's why a lot of people give up.
Yeah.
Because they don't have a why, or their why isn't strong enough.
Yeah.
If you actually have a why that's strong enough, that's going to be enough motivation for you.
I love that. I never thought of it that way, but I love that. Yeah. Why are you doing it?
Yeah,
and if the reasons you listed are, super strong for anyone. Whether it's about family, nutrition, your own health and longevity. That's a pretty strong why. And so when you're sitting there staring at that ice cream, going, "I really want one," what is why are you doing this, and why are you making some sacrifices?
Exactly.
Yeah.
A lot of people just don't have a why, or they never thought about a why.
Yeah.
They may think, all right, January 1st, I'm working out.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's because, that's what I should do.
That's what I should do. Gonna make some changes. Yeah.
Yes.
But what's your firm, grounded reasons?
Why? Why do you want to do it?
Yeah.
For you, why do you want to do it?
And what is your why? Why do you stay in shape? Why are you so committed to it?
Honestly, my why is I stay in shape to inspire other people.
Yeah.
And many older people, they give an excuse of their age.
Right.
And I've trained and seen many people that are in their 70s and 80s.
Yeah.
And in shape.
Yeah.
And it's about, like I said, it's about your why.
Yeah.
And it's a habit. If you condition yourself to get into the habit of doing things, eating right, exercising, then when you get into an older age, when your muscles start to deteriorate a little bit, and your bones start to get a little brittle, you'll still be functional.
Right.
When you're out of shape, overweight, and then your muscles start to deteriorate, your bones start to get brittle, then you have a lot of problems.
Now you're really starting to compound, yeah.
For sure.
Absolutely, yeah.
But the thing is starting a habit early.
Starting early, yeah.
And right now, I just want to continue that habit.
Right.
That way, next year I'll be 30.
Oh my gosh, so old. Ah.
Yeah, but
washed up.
But that's why I'm continuing it through my 20s. I want to continue it through my 30s, continue it through my 40s.
Yeah.
And just continue to inspire people to that it's not about age.
Yeah.
It's not about the time that you have. We all have the same amount of time.
Right.
It's easy for somebody to look at me and like, all right, well, you're a personal trainer, you live in the gym. It's easy for you to say, you work out all day.
Right.
But I try to teach people that it doesn't matter about the time, it's about the intensity.
Right.
Because you can,
Exhibit A sitting there in front of you. I was an intense 18 seconds.
Yeah, I said that without thinking of your workout.
I was
2 minute
very
workout.
focused when I was hanging from the monkey bars.
So with that,
the pull-up bars, I can't even remember the name. I think I'm in a playground.
So with that being said, Mr. Michael Somerville, with that being said, you can come in the gym for 5 minutes, but that intensity has to go up, sir.
You mean more intense than I've already been?
More intense.
Well, in the 3+ weeks that I've known you, I've already gone from 1 minute on the bike to 6. So look what you've influenced me. Look how you've rubbed off.
I am proud of you of that. But
you think there's more?
I know there's more.
Okay.
Because you've been coming to the gym, I've seen, about 3 weeks now?
About 3 weeks.
And not one time have I seen you grab a towel.
I have not needed a towel yet.
Yeah.
No.
So that should tell you something.
I don't want to ruin the equipment by sweating on it.
Yeah. I see you have a lot of water in here. You haven't brought a water bottle in the gym either. Yeah.
Well, I think that's a good point for us to end this podcast. Brelyn, I cannot thank you enough for coming and sharing your information, your knowledge, and your enthusiasm for it. I liked you right away as soon as we talked, especially because I am hardly the kind of client that would be you'd be excited to work with. But we became friends quickly, and
Yes, sir.
I like to think. I'd like to think that I've got the health side. It's slowly but surely coming, and knowing you can only help me.
The journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step.
With one step.
One step.
And some hanging on the bars.
And some hanging on, progressing to pulling up.
I pull up. I need to weigh less before I could do a pull up because that'd be an awful lot to.
Yeah. Just. Up the intensity.
Up the intensity.
Up the intensity.
Yeah, I feel like I've been hearing that a lot in my life lately. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in. Greetings from Somerville. Please like us, subscribe on iTunes, rate and review us. It really does help. It means a lot. And you can check out all 3 of my comedy albums on Spotify and SiriusXM. We'll talk to you next time.